We've got big breaking news coming in. The chorus has now grown in the United States to declare Pakistan a state sponsor of terror. An influential US lawmaker has sought a radical reset of ties with Islamabad, introducing a bill in the Congress that really pushes the American government to declare Pakistan as a state sponsor of terror. Congressman Ted Poe, chairman of the House Subcommittee on Terror, introduced the Pakistan State Sponsor of Terrorism Act in the US House of Representatives. This happened yesterday. Now, introducing the bill, Poe said that not only is Pakistan an untrustworthy ally, Islamabad has also aided and abetted enemies of the United States for years, from harboring Osama bin Laden to its cozy relationship with the Haqqani network. There's more than enough evidence to determine whose side Pakistan is on in the war on terror, and it's not America's. A very strong statement by Ted Poe. Let's go across to Executive Editor Gaurav Sawant, who's joining us with more details on the story. A big development, this, Gaurav. And Ted Poe, he's someone who has very vocally been against Pakistan in the last many years. But very strong statement also coming out from him as far as Pakistan is concerned, saying very clearly we know which side Pakistan is on as far as the war on terror is concerned.
Ted Poe is a very influential congressman in the United States of America. He heads the subcommittee on terrorism, and he's coming out with evidence on Pakistan's double game. He says Pakistan is not on the side of the United States of America. Pakistan shielded Osama bin Laden. Pakistan continues to shield, at this point of time, the Haqqani network, and that's one group of terrorists who've been killing American soldiers and soldiers of resolute support in Afghanistan. That's one part of the story, stating it. Now, the Congress is mounting pressure on US President Donald Trump and on US Secretary of State, saying America needs to certify whether Pakistan is acting against terror, and only then should US funds be given to Pakistan. Because so far, every time there's a crisis, and this is what Ted Poe is saying in no uncertain terms, every time there's a crisis, America, through the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, shores up Pakistan's defenses. And now the US says if China wants to do that, let China do it. Okay. American money should not be used for a country that is killing American soldiers. And while Ted Poe only talks of Haqqani network or the Al-Qaeda, it is extremely critical to note that India is also upping the ante, saying action needs to be taken against Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed and Hizbul Mujahideen, India-centric terror organizations that Pakistan government and army have been supporting for decades, Akshita.
Absolutely. Gaurav, requested to stay on with us. Also joining us on the phone lines now is editor Shiv Arur. Shiv, at a time when the Trump administration has taken a very strong stand on terror, it's time and again stated that there will be no place whatsoever for countries that are harboring terrorists. We will have to wait and watch to see if this goes forward. The first step has clearly been taken. And at a time when Trump is in power, do you think that this will go all the way through and we could actually be looking at history being made with the United States declaring Pak as a terror hub?
That is, that is the hope for certain, Akshita. But, remember, the relationship between the United States and Pakistan is a complicated one. It's a historic one. It's been based on, a defense and military relationship, a strategic relationship. Pakistan continues to be a recipient of U.S. aid in terms of armament. The U.S. has constantly acknowledged Pakistan's role as far as security in Afghanistan is concerned, despite the fact that Pakistan, of course, as Gaurav pointed out, fuels the terror that has made Afghanistan the kind of place it is and endangering the lives of U.S. soldiers. Having said that, the first move has definitely been made. You're absolutely right, and it is completely in line with what the Trump administration has been trying to do as far as terror-breeding nations are concerned. Whether you agree with what he does or not, the fact is that executive order has been issued. A stand has been taken against those countries, but missing mysteriously and conspicuously from that list of nations is Pakistan, one of the biggest sponsors of terror, a country that has bred terrorists who have affected virtually every single part of the world apart from India. So it remains to be seen whether what Senator Ted Poe, Congressman Ted Poe has done, will be embraced by others in the U.S. Congress, because if that doesn't happen, I think it belies and betrays the deep political hypocrisy that the Trump administration can be blamed of.
Absolutely. Shiv, do stay on with us. I also want to get in a quick word from Gaurav once again. Gaurav, when that immigration order of Trump's came through, many raised their eyebrows over the fact that Pakistan was excluded from the same. They questioned whether there was some sort of a vested interest involved, and that's why Pakistan was excluded, when clearly the proof is out there that Pakistan possibly breeds more terror than any other country in the world. So now all eyes will be on the Trump administration to really see if he walks the talk.
So the United States is gradually tightening the screws on Pakistan. Now Pakistan does enjoy a strategic location, and that is all American supplies that go into Afghanistan for US troops based there in the fight against Al-Qaeda and other Islamic terrorist groups. Now, you need the Karachi to Afghanistan route, and that is why Pakistan has a lever on the United States of America. But that's one part of the story. The second part is extreme vetting of Pakistani passports, and that is where, if Pakistani elite are not allowed to go to the United States of America, if there is extreme vetting, that Pakistani elite, whether it's the military elite, the landed elite, the political elite, they will then tighten the screws on their army and ISI to turn back on terror. And just as Donald Trump took over as the US president, there was a group of think tanks. They came together and they said declaring Pakistan a terrorist state may push Pakistan the Libya way. So that is why they want initially the withdrawal of non-NATO ally, most trusted non-NATO ally to be withdrawn, that status to be withdrawn, and that will be a big slap in the face of Pakistan army. So they've recommended a step-by-step approach to corner Pakistan, to goad Pakistan into taking action against the Haqqani network and Al-Qaeda, and that is where India is saying, don't just go after the Haqqani network and Al-Qaeda. Also keep in mind Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, Hizbul Mujahideen, Dawood Ibrahim, because these are India-centric terror groups who now have a footprint in Europe, in the United States of America. They can damage Indian interests in India and Afghanistan, but American interests and European interests in Europe and America. So now it remains to be seen whether Congressman Ted Poe can force the US administration, the State Department, to ensure Pakistan cracks down on terror.
All right, Gaurav, do stay on with us. We're going to need your inputs on another story as well. We're going to deviate slightly to another story that's developing that we're closely tracking.